The internal cross of Raven's Hollow. The beginning, across land. In the early 18th century, a small settlement rose in the western part of America. They named in Raven's Hollow. From a distance, it looked peaceful, lush field, dense wood, and a little source in the center. But the land was not innocent. It had once been a scarred, brutal, burial ground of the native tribes. When settlers destroyed the gardens to build homes, something awoke. Soon, strange things began to happen. The sound of the crying carried through the night. Shadows moved when no one was there. Farmers found their livestock drained of blood at dawn. Eleanor Graves, the witch of shadows. Among the settlers lived a woman named Eleanor Graves. Widowed after the husband and child died from a strange illness, she withdrew the townsfolk. Every night, villagers saw her in the forest, chanting, drawing a strange symbol with blood, and burning black candles. Rumors spread Eleanor could speak with the dead, and children began to vanish mysteriously. In 1837, the fearful townsfolk accused her of witchcraft. They bound her to a wooden stake and burned her alive. But before the flames consumed her, Eleanor screamed, "Blood will be my vengeance, shadows will be my army. Every 50 years I will rise again, and your bloodline will burn." The first cross. The townsfolk thought it was over, but weeks later the nightmare began. The cross bell rang every midnight, though no one was inside. Crops turned black overnight. Dead animals were found arranged in pentagrams across the fields. Worst of all, every 50 years, one entry family vanished without a trace. Their homes left behind, untouched but empty. The documentary Crow. In modern times, a group of college students arrived to a documentary about haunted towns. The names were Emily, Mark, Jason, and Sarah. The moment they entered Raven's Hollow, their GPS stopped working. No matter how they tried, they could not find their way out. That night, their camera captures something horrifying. Inside the abandoned cars, flames were burning, but through the broken windows, they say no one inside. At midnight, Emily began whispering strange words in her sleep. Her eyes rolled black, and on camera, a dark shadow appeared right behind her. The ritual of blood. The next morning, they found dozens of dead ravens at the motel door, their eyes missing. That night, Sarah disappeared when the others escaped. They found her in the forest, standing inside a giant blood-drawn pentagram. Her voice was not her own. Her face twisted, and she smiled with Eleanor expression. Emily screamed, "She's inside us. She was never dead." The return of Eleanor. One of the third night, a crimson full moon rose. The crash rang again, and the sound of catching echoed through the forest. The crow saw dozens of shadowy fingers surrounding Emily, her body convulsed, and suddenly she spoke in a deep, ancient voice, Eleanor's voice. "I am returned. This town is mine." One by one, the crow was dragged into the shadows, screaming. Their voices faded, only the sound of the bell remained. The aftermath. Years later, tourists passing by reported strange things. A woman in black walking the road at midnight, followed by a swarm of ravens. The cross bell is still tolling every night, through the cross in abundance. Those who enter Raven's Hollow are never seen again. Police eventually found the cross camera. The final recording shadows Emily looking directly into the lens, smiling behind her. Hundreds of shadow, her lips whispered, "Raven's Hollow will climb you too." Final warning, they say if you ever hear a crash bell ringing at midnight near Raven's Hollow, cover your ears and run, because Eleanor Graves still walks the earth, and her hunger is for